why me? What landed me here? The name's Lucas, or as the media has dubbed me, the Queen Killer. I'm currently on trial for allegedly killing the beauty queen of our town, a known celebrity in our small parts. Found nearly decapitated and torn at the seams, like a discarded brag doll. I just happened to be the last person who saw her. We were kind of dating, so it made sense that I would be the number one suspect. It's been quite the circus, so I can't say I'm surprised they saw me out. But you see, here's the kicker. I wanted them to find me. I knew being involved in a high-profile case would get their attention. Micah's eyes in particular. Micah's the eccentric old bag that runs this joint. In the arena, Micah's ring runners had broken into a unified roar as something made its way towards my cage. Behind me, the gate opened. Then footsteps. I turned around and there she was, her bleeding, gouged eyes wrapped in gauze. Her dress stained from past victims, and those blood-rusted chains. This was exactly where I wanted to be face to face with these monsters. And I got to be face to face with the Mohawk hunter herself, Estelle. You see, I found a book, a tome, a long while back, that spoke of incredible creatures with even more incredible powers. I knew in my deepest being they were real, and I had to find them. And here I am, my discovery feet away from me. But I have no interest in fighting them. No, I'm here to free them. Estelle stood facing me, a growing silence between us. Suddenly, a violent shock engulfed her. Her body spun into strange contortions, dropping her to the mat. I looked up to see Micah cackling in the distance, holding a remote. I approached Estelle gently, but it was a ridiculous attempt. Before I knew it, her chains had taken hold of my arms behind my back, forcing me down to my knees. As the chains tightened, my skin pinched and bled between each link. I needed to convince Estelle that I was on her side. Estelle! She gave a slight hesitation, cocking her ear towards me. Hesitation was all it was, though, as she wrapped another layer of chains around my neck. I told her about the tome, that I knew all about her, the Mohawk, that she's the protector of the weak. Every word I spoke was a link in the chain, turning my Adam's apple into applesauce. I was becoming faint. With my last breath, I told her, I can free you. Then, darkness. I was pretty sure I was dead, but that wasn't the case. I came to, and Estelle was standing with her back to me. It felt like she was letting me play dead. I didn't have time to waste. So I took my chance, and I jumped onto her, making it look like I was attacking her. But I was trying to get that collar off. We wrestled around, stumbling everywhere, chains gliding and smashing into the gate around us. But the fun wouldn't last for long. I almost had the collar off, and then Micah caught on. Then it hit. Micah pressed her remote, sending a shockwave through both of us. Estelle's chains nearly cut me in half because of it. It was crippling, to say the least. But I had also locked my hand onto part of the collar. And then crack! I finally broke it off. I fell off Estelle, landing on my back. When I rose, Estelle had disappeared, I looked around me, sharing the same surprised expression as Micah's minions outside the cage. We all looked around, more in disbelief than the fear we should have had. Out of the darkness, the gentle tingle of metal against the walls could be heard gliding around us. Everyone, unaware I was no longer the entertainment. They were. In an instant, Estelle's chains punctured in and out of Micah's goons, sending their blood and guts everywhere. Men and women ran screaming for what would be their short-lived, miserable lives. I looked to Micah in her box above it all as she ran for her life. Apparently, she's not one to go down with the ship. It was then Estelle rose above them all, holding herself up by her shackles. Her incredible chains piercing through each victim. I caught my breath and witnessed the power I had with this monster, of what I could have with all of them. I couldn't help but laugh out loud at my possible omnipotence. But something had broke my thought. Estelle's steel whips had slithered their way around my feet, holding me in place. I spat my wonderment at her as I tried to fight free. Why me? I freed you. All of this is because of me. Her chains, seeped in blood, covered me from head to toe. They squeezed out my last breathing words to Estelle as she lowered herself to me. I killed the beauty queen for you. And with that, Estelle decided that I was the real monster. She wrenched the chains tightly around my body, spilling blood, bone, and bile out of her chains.
Subscribe for new scary videos and comment with your theories on the Crypt Monster universe. Remember, it's all connected.